In your opinion, we discussed this a little bit before. Where Pokchop was saying that the FGC is still, we're the hypest, but we're still, kind of like small in the grand scheme of things. Devin has said we're still like a very small niche community. So, in in you guys' eyes, what would it take for the FGC to reach that next level? Like, what would be that thing that would set us off into finally getting there to where we get that recognition and stuff like that, like other games have? So, started off with you, Devin. Give your opinion on this and tread lightly.
Um, yeah, like I've said before on the show, that then we are pretty still a pretty niche community in comparison to other gaming genres. I think off the top of my head, the things that I feel like that will give us that boost to the next level is like somehow more visibility, like more eyes on us, and maybe something like with advertisements. I just thought about it. I just had this thought literally, like you never seen like a billboard or something like a big advertisement about gaming. Like you never driving down like the interstate, you see billboards for lawyers, all type of stuff. You don't see that type of stuff for gaming. I feel like maybe if we had some type of exposure in that regard, maybe people will be more like privy to it and be like, oh, like an event, oh, so and so Tekken event or Street Fighter event held so and so, and maybe like a TV network. Maybe we could get like the developers and publishers somehow to like maybe work out deals with maybe like some networks to get stuff like an actual show or channel. Like even G4 would be like the perfect place for it to like put like exposure to us on like a national scale. I mean, we've done it before with like Evo being on ESPN and stuff like that. But like I said on one of the last episodes, even then people were like, "What is this on my show? Why are they showing fighting games?" It's like if we could somehow get like the regular society and people to like get away from that connotation to fighting games, like what is this? It's just like watching sports. It's just another segment of something that people like to do. They put money and effort into it, so like why bash it? So I feel like we could get some type of like system set up like in that regard. I think that would give us more visibility and hopefully get a little more respect. I'm gonna be honest, because like I said, people don't really respect it. Sometimes they, like I said, when Evo was on ESPN, they're like, "What is this guard?" People on Twitter like, "Why am I turning to ESPN and seeing fighting games? Why not?" You see all other type of stuff on here, hacky sack and extreme cup stacking, extreme bubble blowing, all kind of stuff. Like, so what is wrong with fighting games? People put a lot of effort and time into this stuff. So I think though, to me personally, I think that's what will kind of give us a little boost to the next level.
This is a very interesting question because it's like, what really will get us to the next level? I don't know. I feel like one of the things, and I mean, you feel free to disagree with me, but I feel like if we kind of like skewed away from like making like new iterations of the game, I think maybe that might help a little bit because if you see like a game like League of Legends or Rainbow Six Siege or something like that, they only have one game. Like and they've been basically having the same game for like the past few years, and they're not really talking about, oh, when is Rainbow Six Siege 2 coming out or when is League of Legends 2 coming out. No, they just improve the exact same game over and over and over and over again. It's always like a rebalance or a retooling of something. They might change the look of it, but the name doesn't change. It's always the exact same game. And then, of course, you have like all these different characters in the game. And I think in some cases, we could probably go the route of like what they did with if you guys remember, they had Dead or Alive, and then they had the Core Fighters thing, and then or even like Killer Instinct, where they have the rotating free characters and stuff like that. So people like, there's some DLC characters you might not have. Like if you didn't buy Falcon when he came out, then you might like rotate Falcon in for a free weekend or something like that. So you get to see, okay, maybe I might want to buy this character or something like that. Maybe something like that. I think I'm not saying we necessarily have to like go completely left, but I think skewing towards that where we're kind of taking some of the tips from other games like that are seeing a lot of success, like League of Legends and Rainbow Six Siege and stuff like even like Overwatch and stuff like
Fortnite.
some of those games. It might be I think it would behoove us to go do something like that because I mean what we're doing now is great, but we could be doing a lot better. So I think that's what would probably help us take us to the next level as far as like fighting games and like as like a big esports thing.
I think that we have what it takes now. Um, Unfortunately, it's just we don't have we don't have what's the word I'm looking for. We don't have the resources to to be out there like that. Unfortunately, it's going to take somebody like Dave mentioned on ESPN. Like they put us on there one time. So what it's going to take is for how you go out and you see a sign. You might see something say, "Hey, buy this chewing gum." You see the sign every day when you go outside. Every day you be like, "Man, I don't want to buy no chewing gum." Nobody want to see this on ESPN. The next day, I don't want to buy no chewing gum. Nobody want to see this on ESPN. But as time keep going, you're gonna constantly see that sign. You're gonna be like, "I'm finna go get me some chewing gum." Dang, I've been watching this for like this is on ESPN. It's been on ESPN for the past 2 months. Let me actually sit down and check this out because it's constantly in your face. That's what it takes. You're gonna have to be somebody. We're gonna have to bully them. People gonna have to be bullied into watching this. Once they actually watch it, they're gonna see that one episode. They're gonna be like, "Man, that was really hype." I was in my seat like, "Oh my goodness, is he gonna? Oh, he won!" It's gonna take something like that. Like, you're gonna have to grill it in people in their minds. Like, you're gonna watch this. You're gonna watch this. Keep watching this, and by that happening on TV, I think that's what's going to happen. Just like with E-League, E-League, they're constantly having video games on the TV, and they're rising because they're constantly pushing it out. And you got athletes that are invested in it. I've been to Turner Broadcasting Station, and I've been on there a couple of times. And I don't think I've seen athletes because I walked by and I saw a guy whose head was about to touch the ceiling, and I realized I'm a midget, and I was like, "That's a basketball player. That's what they look like in real life." Okay, all right, you're a big human being, but yeah, they're actually investing in it. You got rappers who are playing video games now, so it's definitely getting there. But it's going to take someone like them to be like, "Hey, put this on this TV station, put this on this show," and just constantly put it on there. Like people will eventually watch it. They will eventually will, and that's what it's going to take. And also, what it's going to take. Some 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 people are doing it. They're doing it unconsciously, but I think another thing that would really put us up there would be like a MMA style type of gaming. Like for tech, we need something like a Tekken League, and you have various players or pros who are coming in, and just like MMA, you wear certain type of sponsors and whatever to get ads to get paid or that's how they would get paid for the like UFC, something like UFC. Like you have a bunch of people in this league and they're going to fight each other, not in a tournament, but they're going to fight each other, and then eventually, someone would become a champion, and you will get points. You have to rank up in order to fight that champion. I think something like that would definitely be great for the FGC, and that being televised would definitely be something that would be grand to watch. I mean, like I say, all it takes is it constantly being showed on TV. People will be like, "Okay, let me see what this is about. I'm tired of seeing this. Let me see what this is about," and they're going to instantly fall in love with it. And then you're going to have people who fall in love with it, who have been skeptics from the beginning, go out and tell people, "Hey, this is a pretty good show. No, this is. I mean, these gamers are really out there doing their thing." And I think that's all it's going to take.
Yeah, I really liked that idea you gave of like, have there being a champion, you have to get points to qualify to fight the champion and stuff like that. Maybe have a belt. We don't exactly have to be a belt or anything like that. We could come up with
It's
our
got to be
own
a belt.
thing.
It's got to be a belt.
Well, it got to be a belt. So
Gotta be a belt.
we can, do something like that, and that would really draw eyes on gaming because we're doing something that is just like, oh, okay, that's something that really it will paint a story and stuff like that people can really get into, along with just like seeing the action and stuff like that. So, and one thing I really think that the community can do is like a lot of these ideas and stuff that we had are like great ideas, especially like the championship idea. And I think that's something that the community can start doing right now if we just have the people to come together with the idea and just say, hey, okay, let's make this happen. Actually doing a lot of these things for ourselves. That way we show our community is valuable, to where when people actually come and do look at the stuff we're doing and everything, that they're like, man, like what these dudes are doing, like it just looks like there's money here. There's opportunity here. Like let us hop in. And the way you get people to do that is by showing a lot of value. And the way we show a lot of value, I believe, is that people in the community come together, bring their talents and stuff like that, and actually work together as a community, as one, moving body. And we can show so much value that people will just want to invest into it. They want to just come in and do stuff for. I was XO Academy was a group. They still are a group, and they did something recently with a girl named Tamara. They was trying to build her up for a tournament, so they were taking her, getting her lessons with Kodocore. They were taking her to like a therapist. I can't remember if it was like a physical therapist or whatever, to like help her get in the best physical and mental position that she can to get ready for this tournament. Like stuff like that is valuable. If we were doing stuff like that as a community, like right now, and that XO Academy already set the example that we could do stuff like that, people will look at us and be like, look at what they're doing right there. Like that's valuable. That's going to blow up. That's going to make money. Let's get into this. Let's put them on TV. Let's invest the capital into them and the resources and promote them and stuff like that. So I think it's really going to start with us first being more of a community, not saying that we're on a community now, but like really putting more forth the effort to like really just come together and cultivate ourselves. So that when people finally do see us, it's not like we're looking like, I really don't see too much potential here, but I think we can mold something out of it if we just keep it going. But they already see that we're there, and it's just like all they need is the funding, and that's it. It's good to go after that. So, that's really what I think. More of like us coming together and cultivate our scene, so that when people see us, they're already like, this is an opportunity waiting to happen. All we got to do is put the money into it. So that's what I believe.
Words of the younger generation. Facts.